Look up at the night sky. What do you see? A scattering of tiny lights? A vast dark emptiness? Or do you see what Carl Sagan saw? An immense cosmic arena, filled with countless suns and countless worlds. A place of breathtaking beauty and profound mystery. For Sagan, the universe wasn't just a subject of study. It was a source of wonder, a call to adventure, and a mirror reflecting our own potential. He wasn't just an astronomer. He was a storyteller, a poet of the cosmos, who invited millions of us to join him on an epic journey to the stars, reminding us that we are in his unforgettable words, made of star stuff. This journey for Sagan began not in a high-tech observatory, but in the humble streets of Brooklyn, New York, where he was born in 1934. From a very young age, little Carl was filled with questions. He wondered what the stars were. Were they little specks of light tacked onto the ceiling of the night? He visited the library, a place that would become his sanctuary, and searched for answers. The books told him the stars were suns, just like our own, but incredibly far away. This revelation hit him like a thunderbolt. The universe was vastly larger and more magnificent than he had ever imagined. His mind reeled with the scale of it all. A scale so immense it was almost terrifying, but also exhilarating. This moment ignited a lifelong passion. He wasn't just curious anymore. He was captivated. His parents, though not scientists themselves, nurtured his burgeoning curiosity. His mother encouraged his intellectual freedom, and his father, a garment worker, patiently explained concepts like the number zero and large numbers, fueling his son's fascination with the immense. A pivotal moment came when they took him to the 1939 New York World's Fair. He saw visions of the future, technologies that seemed like magic, and it cemented his belief that science was the key to unlocking the universe's secrets. He devoured science fiction, dreaming of journeys to other planets, but unlike many, he was determined to turn those dreams into reality. This wasn't just a hobby. It was a calling. The universe was speaking to him, and he was determined to learn its language. Sagan's formal education was as stellar as the objects he studied. He enrolled at the University of Chicago at just 16 years old, a prodigy in a sea of bright minds. It was there that he earned his Bachelor S and Master S degrees in physics before going on to earn a doctorate in astronomy and astrophysics in 1960. His doctoral thesis, which proposed that the high temperatures on Venus were the result of a runaway greenhouse effect, was groundbreaking and later confirmed by space probes. Even as a student, he was pushing the boundaries of planetary science. He wasn't just learning what was known, he was already discovering what was unknown. He worked with brilliant mentors, including the geneticist H.J. Muller and the planetary scientist Gerard Kuiper, who honed his scientific rigor and expanded his intellectual horizons. His time in academia wasn't just about accumulating knowledge. It was about learning how to ask the right questions, how to challenge assumptions, and how to think critically and creatively about the cosmos. After his academic training, Sagan's career took flight, catapulting him to the forefront of space exploration. He worked at Harvard and later settled at Cornell University, where he became the David Duncan Professor of Astronomy and Space Sciences. But his work wasn't confined to the ivory tower. He became deeply involved with NASA, playing a leading role in the American space program from its very beginning. He was a key advisor on the Mariner, Viking, Voyager, and Galileo missions, which explored the planets of our solar system. He helped select the landing sites for the Viking landers on Mars, a planet that held a special fascination for him. He was a passionate advocate for the search for extraterrestrial life, co-founding the Planetary Society to encourage public participation in space exploration. Sagan understood that our robotic explorers were extensions of our own senses, our eyes and hands reaching out across millions of miles of empty space. And he wanted them to carry more than just scientific instruments. He wanted them to carry a message. This desire led to one of his most iconic and beautiful projects, the Voyager Golden Record. Attached to the Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft, launched in 1977, are two gold-plated copper phonograph records. They are time capsules, intended for any intelligent extraterrestrial life that might one day find them. Sagan and his team were faced with an incredible challenge. How do you summarize all of humanity, all of our art, our science, our music, our feelings on a single record? The Golden Record contains 115 images, a variety of natural sounds like wind, rain, and the calls of whales. It features spoken greetings in 55 different languages, beginning with Akkadian, spoken 6,000 years ago, and ending with Wu, a modern Chinese dialect. And of course, there is music. From Bach and Beethoven to Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good, and traditional music from around the globe. It was a message of peace and friendship, a greeting card from Earth to the cosmos. Sagan called it a bottle cast into the cosmic ocean. Today, those records are journeying through interstellar space, the farthest human-made objects from Earth, carrying a piece of our soul on a journey that will last for 1 billion years. It is perhaps the most optimistic and hopeful project humanity has ever undertaken, a testament to Sagan's belief in our better angels and his dream of a cosmic connection. While Sagan was a brilliant research scientist, his greatest contribution was arguably in a different field: science communication. He possessed a rare gift for taking complex, mind-bending scientific concepts and making them accessible, exciting, and deeply personal for everyone. He believed that science belonged to all of us, not just to a select few in labs and universities. He saw the public's lack of scientific literacy as a danger to democracy and a barrier to our progress as a species. So he set out to change that, using the most powerful medium of his time: television. In 1980, the 13-part television series Cosmos, A Personal Voyage, premiered. It was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Hosted by Sagan himself, it was a journey through space and time. From the bridge of his spaceship of the imagination, he guided viewers from the Big Bang to the evolution of life on Earth, from the libraries of ancient Alexandria to the surfaces of distant planets. He explained concepts like stellar evolution, black holes, and the fourth dimension with clarity, poetry, and an infectious sense of wonder. His voice, calm and reassuring, became synonymous with the majesty of the universe. Cosmos was a global phenomenon. It was watched by over 500 million people in more than 60 countries, making it the most watched PBS series in history at the time. It inspired a generation of future scientists, engineers, and dreamers. For many, it was their first real introduction to the scientific worldview, a perspective based on evidence, skepticism, and a willingness to question authority. The accompanying book became a bestseller, and Sagan became an international celebrity. He showed that science wasn't dry or boring. It was a thrilling, ongoing adventure, the greatest story ever told. Cosmos wasn't just a TV show. It was a cultural event that fundamentally changed the relationship between science and the public. It proved that there was a vast, untapped appetite for knowledge and wonder, and Carl Sagan was the perfect guide to satisfy it. Beyond his scientific work and his television fame, Sagan was a profound thinker and a passionate advocate for humanity's future. He was deeply concerned about the threats we faced, particularly the danger of nuclear war. During the Cold War, he was a vocal proponent of nuclear disarmament. He co-authored a scientific paper that introduced the concept of nuclear winter, a catastrophic global climate cooling that could result from a nuclear exchange. He argued that our tribal conflicts and nationalistic squabbles were petty and self-destructive when viewed from a cosmic perspective. This perspective was powerfully captured in another one of his most famous legacies. In 1990, at Sagan's request, the Voyager 1 spacecraft, then about 4 billion miles away, turned its camera around and took one last picture of its home planet. The resulting image showed Earth as a single tiny point of light, a pale blue dot, suspended in a sunbeam. Sagan's words about this image are perhaps his most moving and important message. He wrote, "Look again at that dot. That's here. That's home. That's us." He described how every human being who ever lived, every king and peasant, every saint and sinner, lived out their lives on that mote of dust. He called our planet a lonely speck in the great enveloping cosmic dark, and argued that this distant image underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the only home we've ever known. The pale blue dot is more than a photograph. It's a philosophical statement, a call for humility, empathy, and global unity. Sagan continued to write, speak, and inspire throughout his life. He published numerous books, including the Pulitzer Prize-winning The Dragons of Eden, the novel Contact, which was adapted into a major motion picture, and The Demon-Haunted World, a passionate defense of science and critical thinking against the rising tide of pseudoscience and superstition. He saw science not just as a body of knowledge, but as a way of thinking, a candle in the dark that can illuminate our path and protect us from our own worst instincts. Sadly, Carl Sagan's own journey came to an end on December 20th, 1996, when he passed away at the age of 62 after a long battle with a rare bone marrow disease. But his legacy is as vast as the cosmos he so loved. He left behind a body of scientific work that advanced our understanding of the solar system. He left behind the golden records, our silent ambassadors to the stars. And most importantly, he left behind a new way of seeing our world and our universe. He taught us to embrace our curiosity, to question everything, and to never lose our sense of wonder. He showed us that the scientific quest for knowledge and the spiritual quest for meaning are not separate journeys, but two sides of the same human impulse to understand our place in the cosmos. His work continues to inspire new generations through the rebooted Cosmos series, hosted by his protege Neil deGrasse Tyson, and through the countless people who look up at the stars and feel a connection to something larger than themselves, all thanks to the man who invited us all on a personal voyage. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of a true giant of science and humanity. If you were inspired by Carl Sagan's story, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more explorations into the lives of those who changed our world. And in the comments below, let us know your favorite Sagan quote or how his work has impacted you. As Sagan himself might say, somewhere something incredible is waiting to be known. Thanks for watching.